Treble's out exploring this morning. So the truth is, usually I don't just let her run free out here on this farm. Technically, this is not my place. And the animals that live here, the chickens that I help care for, they're not really mine. So originally it started with I didn't know if, I didn't know since she's like a mixed breed. I thought, oh no, is she gonna think those chickens are for chasing and hunting? And so that's kind of why it started, why we didn't really come out and do much running around. But turns out she's really good with them. And so now, even in the middle of the day, if she needs to go out to use the bathroom, I'll let her out. But I always stay with her if she's outside. Because she's a curious cat. Cat. She's curious. And one night in the middle of the night, she needed to go to the bathroom, so I let her out. See, she just heard something. And went and did her business, and then she saw something. And I did too. Because it was partly lit that night, moonlight, and I saw skunk. She took off running, and it didn't matter if I was hollering at her. She was going to go have some fun with those, and sure enough, got sprayed, and eventually come back to me, and we went straight to the bathroom, and thank God that night we had 3 big, huge, cans of tomato juice in the house, and we took care of it. But she is definitely curious. I remember when we were living in Oklahoma, and we were walking the neighborhood, and she was on a leash even, I think, but we were walking the neighborhood, and she saw a squirrel. Man, she jumped 6 feet up like a little concrete wall. So I want her to have fun and explore. You're so good. You're a good girl, Treble. You're a good girl. I do want her to have fun and live and explore, but at the same time, I want her to stay safe. And not get in any trouble. That wouldn't be good for her or for us. Yes, what'd you find over there? You good girl, Treble. Are you going to come see me? Are you going to come see me? Come here, give me some sugar. Come here, girl. Oh, yes. Yeah, you're a good girl, Treble. You obedient dog. You're a sweet puppy. So loving. Yes, you do mind me really well. Oh, this is funny. You go play a little bit. Hold on, I'll sit down and tell you. Man, that's pretty. Okay, yes, I wanted to tell you about obedience class. We were living in Oklahoma, Treble, me, and my daughter. My daughter is the one who helped me name Treble. She's my music buddy, Melanie. Yeah, we've always been music buddies. When she was itty bitty and we would be in the car, we'd be singing. But there was a time, I don't know, she was probably like 6 or 7 or something, and we'd be singing, and then she'd be like listening to the radio, pop songs or whatever is what her favorite was, and she'd be like, "No, I do, like don't sing with me." That was funny for a little bit. Anyway, so Melanie is my music buddy, and she named Treble even before we got her. Like we knew we were going to get a dog, and we said, oh, what would be some musical names we possibly could name her? And I'm pretty sure she came up with Treble. We did anyway. And Melanie would tell you that she is the one who chose Treble from the, like the rescue place. We found her online. She's from Lawton, Oklahoma. You know what? The day we went and picked her up. Remember that, Melanie? We went and picked her up in the car from the foster care lady that she was staying at a farm. Sure enough, that lady did not even warn us. The day we picked her up, we had to drive an hour to Lawton, Oklahoma. We pick her up at the PetSmart or wherever we're meeting this lady at, and Treble smelled like skunk. Not kidding. We had to buy like shampoo to take home with us. so we could wash her when we got home. She had to sit in the car with us for an hour, smelling like skunk. And as I remember, Melanie, you were so good. She sat right up on your lap in the back seat because you were just that sweet of a sister. Oh my word. You little stinker, Treble. So back to obedience class as we're watching the sunrise. Oh, that is so pretty again. Yes. And I actually see the sun peeking up behind the tree. Can you see that? I maybe need to zoom in a little bit. So, in the neighborhood that I was living in Oklahoma, there was, there were a lot of beautiful roads and sidewalks, and there was even this path, and I wanted to be jogging and running with her, taking her out and having her mind instead of like when you put her on the leash and she crisscrosses right in front of you. So we found this little obedience class in our town, and Melanie and I and Treble went to class. And I've got to find the picture for you because, oh my gosh, this should be a little picture book. But Treble had the best time. It's kind of like this Pinkerton series. I don't know if you've ever seen this Pinkerton children's book series. It's funny about a big dog, a Great Dane that can't behave either, but is so loved. Treble wanted to make friends with every single dog there. She thought we were there for play date, and it didn't matter what size, what breed. Man, she was all about, hanging with the dogs or wanting to sniff them or wanting to go play with them or chase them. She did not want to have anything to do with learning obedience. And she's a strong dog. And she weighs about 60 pounds. And like I told you, she can jump pretty high. She has jumped the wood fence. I've got a video of that too. In the house that I was living at, there was a dog next door. And one day the neighbor comes ring the doorbell. And it's my neighbor and my dog, who I had in my backyard. But no, my neighbor said, "Oh, here's your dog. She jumped the fence and she wanted to play with Snowball." That's a 6-foot wooden fence. Yeah, so she's strong. And she's got a little bit of a mind of her own. She's a happy-go-lucky dog. She just wants to play with others. She's not trying to be bad. So yeah, back to the obedience class, I thought, oh, I was so embarrassed. I thought, oh no, she is going to be kicked out and we are not going to be invited back. So yeah, she didn't end up being a running buddy with me. I guess if I'd have stuck it out long enough, I could have trained her, but nah. No. She's out there exploring right now. She's over just close to the cornfield, sniffing around. I think we're good. Skunks come out at night, don't they? Mm. Come on, run! Yeah, I told you so. She got a mind of her own, but so does her mama. Obedience. We know we're supposed to. It's a hard thing, though. Okay, so I guess obedience is the theme for today. Not much fun for a rebel to want to talk about. Yes, I'm a good girl and I behave for the most part, but I do have a rebel streak in me, a little bit of stubbornness, which comes honest. Isn't that right, Mama? From my daddy and my grandpa. Stick-with-itness, that's what it is. Grit. Okay. Obedience. So, looked up obedience, just put obey, and here's what I found. The very first one that popped up is Deuteronomy 30, verse 16. For I command you today to love the Lord your God, to walk in obedience to him, and to keep his commands, decrees, and laws and then you will live and increase. And the Lord your God will bless you in the land you are entering to possess. So, walk in the way that you know that you should, and you know what that is for you. Or in general, we can read and learn how we should live from the Bible. And if we do that, we know that we should live in a way that's full of grace and mercy and forgiveness, and just right living. And when we do that, blessings come, and that's like for real. I can relate. When I was living in Oklahoma, I was convicted about the way I was living, and knew that I needed to make a change. And it was something that was kind of just in me, and on again, off again, just was right there, for a good solid year or two. And eventually, when I had the courage to say, no, that's not how I'm going to live, and respond to that still small voice within me to say, yeah, I am going to choose a higher path. I am going to choose, as I understand it, the right choice for me. And after I did that, then blessings came big time. Yeah. And then it just seemed like the Father was leading me and connecting me and providing for me. And a big part of obedience for me, which just ties into the story of this farm where I'm living right now, was feeling like I needed to move here and saying yes. And since then, amazing friendships have come, opportunities, personal growth. I get to go on a spiritual retreat this weekend with some other ladies who are also seeking the Lord and seeking just to grow closer with Him. It is so pretty. I'm watching the sunset. Did I just say sunset? I'm getting better about getting sleep. I am getting better about that. But just a little bit better every day. I still need to go to bed more like 9 o'clock rather than 10. But yeah, this weekend I get to spend some time with some other ladies who are seeking the Lord, seeking to have a closer relationship with Him and to listen well for His will. It's so pretty. I love how the white light pops out from around the clouds. Yep. Pray, trust, and obey. I'll leave you with that. I hope you have some sunshine where you're at. It makes me happy again. Just that simple little thing of seeing the sun. A friend of mine posted something, comment about, the sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow, no today, there'll be sun. That's from Annie, right? So, thanks for that. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.